This tip is going to focus on the act of journaling and writing down and making sense of what you're dealing with the attempt to take those old memories and make them extinct. And that is some of the exact words and terminology I've seen in reading through various articles on neuroscience and psychology on the importance of journaling and writing down to deal with your PTSD, stress, and anxiety. It's a way to really analyze and look at those emotions and get rid of them, make them extinct. And so journaling, there's a couple benefits, and I'm going to talk about two of them. One is making sense of your situation, and then the other one is developing a plan to action that which is bugging you. So I've seen a variety of techniques to guide people on how to do proper journaling, and the big thing is reflection, and adding reflection and making sense and understanding of what you're looking at. One of the guides I've seen that I've read in a couple studies to help you with journaling is there's an acronym called WRITE, and the W it means what topic. So first you'll write down the topic that you're focusing on, and then the R signifies reflect on that topic, think about that topic. And I think when you say reflect, what comes to my mind is that not only are you looking at the topic, you're making sense of the topic and figuring out how it currently applies to you and the environment that you're in at this time, and the set of variables that are happening around you. And then the I is investigate. Really investigate that topic. Really look into it. And investigation, it's a clean, bias-free analysis, looking up studies and articles. And sometimes this investigation can go deeper and deeper. You look up a term, which then you want to know more about that term, and it leads you to dig deeper to really understand the entire picture. It leads you to other variables, and then you'll be able to see how all these variables link together. It's all about developing an understanding and making sense of that situation. So that's the investigate. T is timing. So timing, schedule time for journaling, and also say I'm going to do it for 10 minutes. I'm going to schedule X amount. It's going to be this time every day. I'm going to stop what I'm doing, and I'm going to journal, and I'm going to spend this amount of time. And then the E is the exit strategy. Walk away with journaling of that session of what's the so what are the key takeaways, and what is the way ahead that I'm going to deal with. Now, why is journaling so important? What they found is that when you truly look at the emotions that you are feeling, understanding the emotions, how they impact you, and what variables trigger them, you can better understand how can I prevent those emotions and eliminate them, make them extinct. And so also journaling isn't just also picking a topic and writing it down. One thing I've done as well is create, and this will work good like on Excel sheets, and I can send you some good Excel trackers I've made, that when you have, there's different triggers out there that raise stress and anxiety. Like I talked about in my videos, a traumatic event doesn't just remember the story, it remembers all the stimuli surrounding you. So you write down a feeling you have, and then you write down all the variables, smells, stimuli you are encountering when that trigger occurs. And then you start to track that. And then after a large amount of time, you'll be able to make sense of what it is that's triggering that. It might be something different each time, or you might find out it's the same thing. So that is one way to journal as well, is to look and figure out what is impacting you and make sense of that trauma and that traumatic event. And then also making sense of it goes into video number 1, cognitive behavioral therapy. Well, how does this thought actually impact me? Is it hurting me at all? Is there any actual physical harm that this can happen to me right now? I'm no longer downrange. I don't have rockets coming out of the sky, not knowing where they're going to hit. you hear a loud sound, it sounds like incoming, and you get scared. Let's break down that thought. Is there rockets actually hitting me right now? Is this actually going to happen? Break down that thought and realize that has zero impact. Question it. Make sense of it. And so also what you can do with journaling, you identify areas where you need to grow. And as you identify those areas, you write them down and you create a plan on how you are going to address and grow from the areas that you have identified that need growth. Now, there is not going to be any growth or improvement if you identify somewhere that you need help with and you do not if you do not set a goal and a plan and a way to make sense of it. So I've got some real good techniques that can help you one-on-one if you want to understand some good ways to apply reflection and journaling and making sense of the situation. And if you do, you can hit me offline and I can do a Zoom or a FaceTime or whatever and show you some of the products I have.